Okay, now here is one twist. Okay, there is nothing like a set sale function. Okay, after you mint and you give the approval for the marketplace, what you need to do is you need to take the user, you need to take from the user something like what will be the sale conditions. That is, how should the user mint, sorry, how should the royalties go in, what should be the price of the token that is putting up for sale, and what should be, so fungible token is nothing but what should be the amount in which the user should be getting the token for sale, right? As in five, whether it's going to be near, whether it's going to be NUSD, whether it's going to be NUSDT and whatnot, right? All those things. So here we have to set the FT or the fungible token as near. Okay, when we call this, basically what we are saying is, we will be setting the update price from the market contract. We'll be calling the update price function. Once we call the update price function, that means that this particular NFT is going to be up for sale, and whatever are the other sale conditions, right? If you want royalty or whatever you want to set, you set it in the sale conditions, you call the update price function with this, and then you are good to go. That means now the NFT is up for sale. Okay, once the NFT is up for sale, right? Now the next thing you want to do is you want to get the sale info, right? So for the sale info, again you can call the get sale function from the marketplace contract and get all the info about which are the different NFTs that are right now up for sale. So for now, if you see the workflow, let me put it up on email as well. Okay, the workflow is simple. User will come in, from the user perspective. Okay, user can do a mint using the NFT mint contract, which is the NFT contract itself. Okay, then once the user does a mint, you ask the user to give me an approval. Okay, so let's go to the approve part as well. What is the function here? Okay, NFT approve. Okay, this is a function. So you give, okay, sorry, before this, you have to deploy two contracts. Okay, one is the NFT contract where people can mint and get the NFT related data, and one is the marketplace contract. Okay, where people can, where you can sell the NFTs. Now the NFT contract will have certain functionalities. So for example, this can be nft.abhishek.testnet. Okay, this is your sub account on which the contract is deployed. So the contract account ID is the same as your sub account name. Okay, this is the same. Then again, marketplace.abhishek.testnet. Okay, now the NFT contract is your this contract and your marketplace contract is your this contract. Okay, now the approve function is NFT approve. Okay, double check. Yeah, this contract will require arguments, which token ID should it approve and which contract should it approve. So this account ID is nothing but the marketplace contract ID. You are approving the marketplace contract, right, to spend on this NFT on behalf of you. Okay, so now we have minted, now we have approved. Now the next thing would be to set the NFT itself for sale, right? So how can you do that? You can call this update, let's see, where was that? So you can call the update price function and set the sale condition. So if you see set sale conditions, you are setting the sale conditions to include things like what should be the royalty, what should be the price. So if you actually think of a contract call, you will be doing, you will be calling the update price function. Okay, so this will now come in the marketplace contract to set the NFT for sale, right? So okay, update price with the marketplace contract. So here, if you see our React code, what we are doing is, first we are doing a get sale, okay, to check if this particular sale object exists. If it does not exist, that means this NFT is not yet been put for sale, right? And before sale, there needs to be approval, which I have already given in the previous step. So once you get the sale object, there is nothing in the sale object. You add the new sale conditions, right? and here FT token ID, that is the fungible token, will be near, that is in which token are you going to sell this and get, in what are you setting the price. Okay, that's what it means. The NFT contract ID will be which okay, so the update price function itself exists in the market contract, but it requires a parameter of the NFT contract ID, that is which NFT are you setting the price for, as well as which token, right? And then the price will go as your new sale conditions. Here your royalty will also be included. We don't have the royalty here, but you can set the royalty as well, okay, in the sale conditions. So once you have set this, called this update price, that means your NFT is now up for sale. Okay, now once it is up for sale, the you can call the get call, the get condition, to get the sale info. So this is what you will be displaying, that is the get sale function from the marketplace contract. So this is what you will be using to display the details of the NFTs that are on sale for other users, right? Now what is the next step for buyers, right? So buyers would want to now come and buy the NFT. How can they buy the NFT? They will see all the details from the get sale, and they will they will want to offer, right? So that is where our offer function comes into picture. Now let me see where this offer is. Maybe they are in contract or gallery. Yeah, okay, so here it must be there somewhere. Okay, please get to handle share. Okay, so here let me show you the actual function itself that you would need to call. Yeah, so here is a function called offer. Okay, this function is present in the market contract. Whenever somebody wants to buy, they will make an offer. Okay, now there are two things that you can do. One is you can follow this exact pattern where there is bidding. Okay, where there are bids that are being given for this particular NFT, and you can and what it does is it will automatically sort the bids that have come from the user, and it will finalize the auction by giving you the highest bidder, which is on top of the topmost on the array. Okay, so offer will be called by buyers, that is buyers can offer through this. Whenever somebody wants to buy an NFT, they can place a bid through this. Okay, once there are offers, you can also see the different offers for that particular bid, which you probably don't need. I don't think you will need to have that function, but just in case, you can also see the different offers and stuff, right? From the I think from the marketplace contract. Let me see. Sale view. So sale view has like get sale. So within the get sale, you can see what are the different things that are, what are the different bids that exist for this particular contract. Let me also show you, maybe using React or so. Yeah, so here you can see something called offers, right? So this will give you all the bids that are there, like what are the different bids that exist. So there's a bids object that you can get, and you can show all the different bids that have been given for this particular NFT if you want for your UI, or you can just get the bids array and show only the topmost bid, because every time somebody bids, they have to bid higher than the highest bid that has happened previously, otherwise their bid won't go through, right? Now there are two ways to finalize this. Okay, that is coming back to Minter again, right? That is they can handle that is they can accept a particular offer, right? And they can finalize the sale. Or there is one more way, that is you can accept the so here you can see the bids, like let me see. Okay, these are just get calls anyways, never mind about these. Then the final thing is to like finalize the auction, right? How do you end the auction? So that is where you can kind of, let me see. Should be in gallery. Okay, so in this we are not closing the auction here. We are closing in another contract. So I'll go to the marketplace contract and I will go to the sale. Okay, here, and I will try to close. Manage deposit, storage, withdraw. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me search for that. Oh, sorry. Okay, this is accept offer. Okay, that is the closing function. That is, the minter can see the different bids that have come and they can accept the offer. Okay, now what we did was we made a small change. That is, we ordered the bids in such a way that the highest bid will be approved, right? So that is the final thing. That is, instead of accepting any one offer particularly, we ordered all the bids in such a way that when they click on, when you call accept offer, the highest one that is on top of the array gets finalized. After this, you don't have to do anything, because within the contract all the functions that are being called will do the split of the bids to the other owners. Other people would have bid, right? They will be getting the bids. Now in this accept offer, right now it is bid based, okay? But if you want to do direct sales, then all you need to do is just modify this contract a little bit to make sure that there are no bids or anything. But if somebody sends a particular x amount of money to the as offer, right, immediately when you call the offer function from the marketplace contract, then you immediately after that call the accept offer, take the offer that has come through this and just call the rest of, keep calling the rest of the functions as is, that is process, purchase, this and that. Okay, or you can just remove, you can comment out everything and just change whatever it is changing, like this one, like it is changing some state and all over here, to transfer the contract and stuff, sorry, transfer the NFT and stuff. So you can do that and you can accept the offer and you can close. So this is how it is. Let me see. So from the buyer perspective, okay, user, when I say user, I mean minter, whoever will be minting, they will be minting, they will be setting it up for sale. Then again for minter, you need to call the accept offer function to accept the offer and finalize the sale. Okay, this is again there in the marketplace contract only. Okay, then after accept offer, you need to call one more function called NFT transfer. Okay, so this, for this again you have to go back to the NFT contract and you can find a function called NFT transfer. This NFT transfer would be used to transfer the NFT from the actual owner to the new buyer. Okay, so this is the final step, that is again will be done by the marketplace contract, I mean done by us, done by platform, right? And this exists in the NFT contract. Now this closes your entire transaction. Okay, this is the entire workflow.